I face this question probably more than anybody else because I do enjoy Minecraft, but I have a lot of problems with being able to focus on one thing at a time. I'm often all over the place, whether it's making YouTube videos, working on schoolwork, or making music for myself because I love making music and I love a lot of things. So it's kind of an issue. How do I stick to and focus on one Minecraft world? And it's kind of a rhetorical question in the sense that I also have to figure out the answer to this. But today we're gonna go talk. I'm gonna talk with you guys and we're gonna figure it out together. What could possibly be the answer to this age-old question? How do I keep a Minecraft world forever, long term, and enjoying it? And don't mind me, but in the background, we're gonna be doing some gameplay on this new world I started a couple months ago, and recently have been getting back into it and been enjoying it for now over 2 weeks, which is probably, I think it's about over 2 weeks now, which is generally when I stop playing. So this world has lasted longer than most of my other worlds in the past. So we're gonna look at some ways that I was able to make a world last. Obviously, this isn't a huge world yet, but it will be because I am committed to it. And tip number one, honestly, the first thing that comes to my mind is don't worry about just making progress. I feel like this could also, it's interesting because a lot of these lessons kind of, it's going to sound corny, but also can be applied to life. Like, don't only just focus on doing the next thing, doing what's better. Like, I don't know. Like, if you focus since the beginning of your world just to beat the Ender Dragon, well, once you beat the Ender Dragon, what's the point of playing the world? You know what I mean? So if you make the world all about just progression, it kind of loses its sense of fun and you miss out on a lot. And I think that's the same thing with life. If you're always focused on what's next, how to make more money, whatever, you kind of lose a little bit of what makes life personable, which is the experiences in between. A little corny, I know, a little cliche, but nonetheless, it stands true. So, but on a different note, I think that it is important, like, to have little projects that only you understand in your world. Like, I really don't need this potato farm or this carrot farm. I have a lot of cows, and I, I mean, I have. This is just from one harvest. All these potatoes. It's from a single harvest, and all this I put back down is from that single harvest. So I'll probably never need potatoes again. But yet I make one that scale in my single player world. So just little projects that no one really understands except you, and that kind of makes it fun. Because it's like, I don't know why I need all those potatoes. It's just kind of fun. I want to see if I can do it. And just little things that you could enjoy, and not just only worrying about progression. Because in the beginning of a lot of my worlds, that's what I do. It's a kind of like almost a speed run, like a slower speed run to get to the end, to get elytras and enchanted diamond gear, and that's fun and all. But also take a moment and just build your farm. That's what I like to do. Is good. All right. So for tip two, it's important to always keep in mind what you want in the world. And I say this from a more like from a Minecraft world perspective. Like, what do you want the end goal of your world to be? Because if you can lose sight of that, it's easy to get unfocused in your projects and kind of miss the point and then fall out of love with your world because you don't really know what the end goal is. Uh, and having some orientation towards that end goal is constantly important. I don't think that's the only important thing you could do, but having a general goal for this world is what's going to make it last longer. So for me, my goal is not just necessarily to make it a long-term world, although that it is a goal of mine, but it is to have a massive industrial district that I'll actually show you where I'm going to build it, and a farming district, and a bunch of different things so that I can kind of have like a, I don't, it's kind of hard to explain. Just an interesting world to come back to because I think that's fun to have like a nice Minecraft world. So the end goal is just have a cool Minecraft world with many different aspects to it. Like, so that was my farming district. That's the one I spend most of my time in because that's where I started up. And this next one will be where I'm going to build my industrial district in future videos. So here's the thing. Tip 3 is kind of blending in with tip 2 for the reason that it's going to sound a little weird, maybe oddly specific to you, but don't just build your base in a random spot. This is actually the wrong portal. Hold on. And what I mean by that is oftentimes I find myself just kind of throwing up a base at the first, like, at spawn just cuz. But I feel like if you choose a biome in a place that actually is interesting, you just end up spending a lot more time playing the world. And that sounds kind of odd, and it kind of is, but I think it's just, it boils down to like what you kind of want in the world. It goes back to the second point, just, you know, kind of have a goal. It's just what you want in the world, and I think it's important to build in a location that is fun, that provides excitement, whether it's like cool hills or like if you like the swamp biomes or the tundra. I like the tundra, so I build there. But I also have a working on an industrial district. Oh God, it's so hard to use controller with these. Oh, that was scary. Okay. But yeah, just building where you want to, not just throwing a base down wherever you can, should make the world last a little bit longer because it's something that you look forward to going back to. What in the world is this? I have 2 saddles and I don't remember even putting that down, but I guess I did. Yeah, see, Retail Road Districts. It's not sponsored by Fortnite, I promise. I don't know why I named it that, but yeah, so this is where I want to build a giant industrial district in the Plains biome, where it can have like a huge bunch of buildings, maybe with some more hyper technical farms rather than just like you know, carrots and potatoes. So I find that interesting. That's why I did this, and it's something to look forward to, which is kind of it blends in with tip 2, but it's its own tip as well, which is tip 4, which is kind of have something to look forward to. I mean, this one isn't a long tip. This one kind of just also pause. This one isn't a long. I'm sorry. This isn't a long tip, but it is important. It's pretty simple. Just have something to look forward to doing. Have a project that you look forward to doing that's fun to you. Because if you're just doing everything just because you feel like you have to or because you want the world to last long, it's probably going to do the opposite. It's not going to last. You got to have something that you're looking forward to doing. And I'm looking forward to gathering a bunch of resources and making the industrial district, which I think would be fun. Or this nether hub I've kind of laid out the bearings to. I place a ton of these netherrack. I got a little lava converter. I don't know what that means, but it sounds fun to me, so I made it. Lava converter. I don't know. It's like futuristic. I'm not really sure what that means, but I kind of like it. But just little niche things like that. Just have a goal. And I'm trying to think of maybe tip 6. I'm not completely sure exactly. I can't tell you all the answers to what makes a world last long term. I think that's something you kind of have to figure out on your own. And don't be afraid also to end a world, because you never know what that could create. Sometimes ending a world and starting something new is the best way to do things, because you can get stuck in the past and lose sight of some things. It's not bad to start over. It's not terrible to start over, but it is nice to have a long-term world, but don't be afraid to start over if you think it's worth it. So really tip 6 is just kind of do what you think is necessary. It's a weird bit of advice because it just tells you to think about what's next and what's best for you. It's not a tip that's me telling you what to do or giving you advice on how to do something. It's you just got to look to yourself to figure out what could be the best for you in the world. And I think Sometimes that is letting go of the world. Sometimes it's, maybe even spending more time with the world. But it's in between those, and it's personal. So I'd recommend you look into that. Just filling out what you really think and what you really feel without any biases. Huh, so what do I want to work on? I could start getting resources for my industrial district. Oh, I wanted to finish the carrot farm. That's what I wanted to do. Alright, what do I need? I need wood. Should I do a third level on this carrot farm? The lights are so hard to use when you're on controller. Ooh, okay. Hmm. You know what? I think I don't need another level of this. I think I'm just gonna uh cover it up. I'll put this around it and I'll just make a roof for it. I don't think I want another layer. Unless I could go for beets though, honestly. Ooh, you know what I'll do? I have the top layer of mushroom farm. That sounds fun. Yeah. See, that's something I just had to think through myself. I was wondering what I wanted to do, obviously, as you saw, and I just thought through it. And sometimes, actually, interesting enough, another tip could be um, just talking yourself through it. Even in life, that can be helpful. Like, not just staying in your head, like, kind of saying it out. I feel like it makes you more confident and also makes you able to maybe understand something you didn't before. And I think talking out, even to yourself, can be somewhat helpful. Even if it seems weird at first, which it probably is, because you're talking to yourself, but I think there's a use and a time and a place for it. Maybe not always, but I think there's times. I find myself doing that often. I think it's interesting. All right, we'll finish this part, and then I have to place the torches down. I think. Oh, and there's a mistake. That's fine. And you know what? I'll give you one last tip. I don't, I'm an idiot. Every time I say that, never mind. You know what? I'm just gonna move on. I'm a child. Uh, so for the last tip that I'm gonna give you, I'd say just be easier on yourself when you make mistakes. Again, a lot of these tips that go into this world, or into making a long-term world, often can be reflected in real life. Just kind of being easy on yourself when you make a mistake, because you can't really predict everything. You don't really know what's going to exactly happen. I think trying to do something good badly and making a mistake is better than trying to do nothing at all. You know what I mean? Like at least you're making the effort to try, and I think that's something that people often forget. And yeah, so just be easy on yourself when you make a mistake. It's gonna happen. It happens. I make so many mistakes all the time. But I think if you can figure out a way to forgive yourself and make it better instead of, relishing in old past problems, then, I think that's one way to really be at peace with yourself. So, I think that's all for today. I appreciate every single one of you. Again, if there's 0 people in the comments or in the chat, it is what it is. I'm doing what I love, and I hope there's some, but if there's not, that's okay, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Come on, I gotta finish this real fast before I end it. Oh, so close. Is that enough? No, I don't think so. Oh my. Oh, so close. So close. All right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.